Hello, I'm Regina McCann-Hess, President of Forge Wealth Management, and welcome to our Women in Wealth series. Today, we're going to talk about getting rid of financial clutter. You know, it's that time of year where I have to talk about that. Right now, you're getting all sorts of year-end documents coming in, preparing for your tax returns. So there is a ton of paper flying about, or maybe it's electronic. But what do you have to keep? What should you get rid of? Things like that. So it's a good time of year to go through everything while you're collecting everything for your taxes and make those decisions. I know that many people do struggle over which financial statements and records to keep and for how long, as well as which ones to throw out. And what's the best way to organize your files? So here's some guidelines. Think about why. Why are you holding on to these various records? Now, some documents clearly have short-term value, while others have a long-term purpose. One way to put your financial files in order is to separate your short-term paperwork from your long-term items. Now, your current files, pretty basic, right? Your unpaid bills, your paid bills, canceled checks, bank statements, credit card statements. Now, you'll also have receipts for major purposes. Now, you'll also have receipts for major purchases, this year's income tax receipts, including tax deductions and charitable donations. You'll also have some insurance policy information like life, health, disability, home, and auto insurance policies. Those are the items that are going to be in your current files. Now, looking at your long-term files, you're going to find things like 7 years of income tax records, including the backup information like the W-2 forms and anything related to any tax deductions, receipts, things like that. You're also going to have 7 years of bank statements, canceled checks, and check registers. And of course, you'll probably also have 7 years of your annual credit card statement because a lot of us keep our expenses on there as well. Now, time to throw certain things out. This is the fun thing, right? And when I say throw out, I really mean shred them. Don't throw them directly in the trash because you never know what the trash pirates are going to find useful to their little evil tasks at hand. So items to throw out / shred. Credit card receipts. Toss them once you can match them with your monthly statement, unless, of course, you need to claim them as a business expense, or unless you need them for proof of purchase, such as like a major purchase or, like a washer, dryer, things like that. Also, your credit card statements. Throw them out once your payment is posted, unless, of course, again, you need them for tax purposes. Now, sometimes credit card statements will give you an annual statement at the end of the year. I think mine comes in February. It just gives me an annual recording of everything, so I don't have to keep all 12 months of statements. So that could be something that could be helpful as well. Now, your pay stubs. Keep the latest couple in case you apply for a mortgage, but of course, toss the older ones. So maybe once a month, if you do keep things like that, once a month, get rid of the old ones, and, make sure you have at least 2 on hand, like I said, just in case you go to apply for some type of loan. ATM receipts, throw them out. Again, shred them after reconciling them with your monthly bank statement. Not needed for anything. Utility receipts, how about you throw them out after your bill payment shows up on your next month's statement? Of course, again, unless you need to deduct them for a home office expense. Investment statements. Now, sometimes you'll get a monthly statement, sometimes you'll get a quarterly statement, but once a year, you'll get an annual statement. So if you're saving your monthly or quarterly statements, once you get that annual statement, that year-end report, you're probably pretty good to let go of the old statements and definitely shred those because those have account numbers. You don't want anybody getting that information. Now, some things to hold indefinitely. Investments. Here you want to hold on to any annual investment statements and records that show what you originally paid for your holdings, whether or not they're stocks, mutual funds, ETFs, bonds, whatever it is. You want to hold on to the annual statement to show what what you paid for them, and so that you can look at the taxable gains and losses and know what those numbers could be. Also, home ownership. Obviously, keep home improvement receipts and mortgage bills as long as you own your home. Receipts for major purposes. You want to hold on to those as well. Estate planning. Yeah, a copy of your will and any inheritance papers, healthcare proxy forms, gift tax returns, power of attorney. Hey, guess what? It's not just good enough to have these on hand. You need to make sure someone knows where to get these documents in case something does happen. God forbid you're in the hospital and your family member who you want making those decisions can't go to the hospital and say, hey, I'm the person, because they don't have a document proving that. So you definitely want to tell your powers of attorney where in your house that information is kept, and they obviously have to have access to it to be able to help you. You also want to hold on to warranties and operating instructions for appliances. Now, the warranties, yeah, sometimes I'm actually at the point now where I just scan things in and keep a file online. Operating instructions, honestly, I don't keep them anymore because I notate that you can go to the website. A lot of them list the website now, and you can just pull that up anytime you need it, as opposed to having that big drawer full of those things, because I used to have a big drawer full of those things. The other thing that you want to make sure you keep on hand are your IRA and 401k retirement statements, any insurance policies, your personal papers, birth certificates, social security cards, legal papers about formerly owned properties. Those are obviously very important things. Occasionally, you have to pull out your birth certificate for something. Social security cards, they should not leave the house. Don't carry them in your wallet. Put them in your firebox down wherever you keep yours, but definitely keep it in a lockbox somewhere. How about becoming organized, or be a little bit better organized? We can all get some help with that, but keep all of your financial files in one place. Don't keep different files in different rooms. Have it all in one room of the house. Obviously, keep the most recent files accessible. Maybe they're in the front of the drawer if you keep them in a drawer. Also, back up your computer files. Keep that backup data in a safe place. You do want to provide computer passwords with other vital information for people who need to know and people who are trusted. That is becoming a big problem when people can't access your bank accounts or your investment accounts if they're your power of attorney and don't have passwords. Or God forbid you pass away, it just becomes a bigger and bigger problem that people are experiencing because there's less and less paper statements. So you definitely want to back up some of those computer files. If you download your statements, make sure you keep them somewhere safe on your computer. Also, keep your system easy. Don't make it so you have to be a super sleuth to be able to figure out your filing system. It's not going to help anybody. Now, of course, each year you want to go through your short-term files either to throw out, AKA shred, some of those items, or place them in your long-term file. I don't know about you, but when I go through those things and I have a big shredding party, I feel like, woohoo, got rid of some stuff, great time of year to do it, especially as the tax year is looming, tax part of the year is looming, and we're all gathering all those pieces of information. They're all coming in the mail. They're all getting, downloaded from the different websites. Be a great time to organize all that information. And that is all I have today. Remember, just do what you can to keep getting rid of that financial clutter. Again, I'm Regina McCann-Hess, president of Forge Wealth Management. I want to thank you for being here today. My website is forgewealth.com, and I can be followed on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Forge Wealth, and on LinkedIn, Regina McCann-Hess. Have a great day. Have a great year.